So last night I found out that Ireland made a net contribution to the EU budget this year in 2020 of €1.5 billion. That's a reasonably priced children's hospital built in Dublin every year. Ireland has been a net contributor to the EU budget since 2013. In 2018, our net contribution was €720 million. That's their official stats. And this year we give a net contribution of 1.5 billion. That is an awful lot of money. And per capita, that's even more than Britain. Gross contribution has increased by 1 billion since 2019. And our net contribution to the EU in 2020 is actually double that what it was in 2018. Do you think that's a good deal? Do you think we're getting value for money? That we are paying a bucket load of money every year to people in Brussels we didn't elect, who we can't get rid of, and who want to make our laws. I believe that is a very bad deal, and that is not the sovereign, independent state that we fought for hundreds of years. Not only is it the money, but in regards to the Constitution, EU membership means that in matters of EU competence, EU law is superior to Irish law, the Irish Supreme Court, and even the Irish Constitution. That's an absolute scandal. And you remember, people say, oh, but the EU is good to us and they love us so much. Remember in 2011, when the Troika, the ECB, European Commission and the IMF, they decided to impose 64 billion bank debt, private bank debt, mainly Franco-German banks. They imposed it upon the Irish taxpayer. And our children and our grandchildren will be the ones paying it off. We are already a massively indebted country. And the EU was happy to impose more debt. But that's not all of it. The same year, our budget, the Irish budget, was seen and approved by the two major finance and European affairs committees in the German Bundestag. It is an absolute scandal that the Irish budget wouldn't be seen and approved by the Irish people first. So we were subjugated into that position where our national budget was approved by the committees of the German Bundestag. In July this year, Micheál Martin went to Brussels and agreed to sign over €15.7 billion net to the EU. That's for the EU Coronavirus Recovery Fund, as they call it. Well, it's a very bad idea to go over and hand over almost €16 billion and get nothing in return. That's a very bad deal. And look at our fisheries. Ray Bassett, former ambassador, did a video there this week. EU has a bluefin tuna quota of 20,000 tonnes per year. Now, fishermen or fishing boats from France, from Spain and from Italy get the vast majority of that quota. Irish fishing boats have zero quota for bluefin tuna, but we have a plentiful and lucrative bluefin tuna fishery in Ireland, and Irish fishing boats are not allowed to fish for them. We don't have a single tonne of bluefin quota for Irish waters. We were told when we joined the European Union that it would just give us loads of money in 1973. Join the EU, it'll give us loads of money. According to Karen Devine at DCU, who looked at the Eurostat figures, EU has taken, since 1975, has taken 215 billions worth of fish out of Irish waters since we joined. So the idea that the EU has given us money is a complete lie. Net in cash terms, we have received €44 billion from the EU. Now take away from that immediately the 64 billion bank debt, take away the 20 billion pension fund now the 16 billion euro for the EU Recovery Fund, and Ireland is now a net contributor to the EU budget. I believe that Irish people alone should have the power to make their own laws in their own country which impact their life. We don't live in a democratic state when laws can be made in Brussels by people we didn't elect and we can't get rid of and imposed upon us without our consent. I want Ireland to be sovereign, to be independent. I want the Irish people to be free to make our own laws for our own good. Only by leaving the European Union can we take back control of our money, our laws and our borders and decide to float and to sink by our own genius and our own stupidity. That is what you call political adulthood. And I believe it's necessary, it's desirable, and I would ask you to join me in the struggle for Irish freedom and independence by joining up with the Irish Freedom Party, of which I am president. The north of Ireland, that we cannot have a sovereign, independent Ireland when any part of it, be it the north, controlled currently by London, or the south, controlled pretty much by Brussels. If we want a sovereign, independent and united Ireland, both parts must be politically independent of their masters, be it in London or in Brussels. Come join with me, join the party, we'll have fun and we'll fight for freedom. Go Roma,